Hi, this is Nicole Babutzke, and I am showing you a video of what I would do during my professional development presentation because I'm not in the practicum class yet, but here is my mini lesson about that. So, I am Nicole Babutzke, and I'm from O'Neill. I got my undergraduate degree in education from Wayne State, and then I just taught my first year of teaching in Ogallala as a fourth grade teacher. I did want to get closer to home, so I will be teaching in Madison, Nebraska, and I will be technically a fourth grade teacher, but it's departmentalized, and my specialty is language arts. So I will be seeing both fourth and fifth grade students throughout the day to help them in that subject specifically. So the agenda for today is that we're going to go over the needs of my district. We're going to define what Wonders is. We're going to discuss its components, explore its online edition, and then at the very end I will tell you why I would choose Wonders. So another quick note here is that my screencast only captures part of my screen. Otherwise, I would have this presentation on full view. So that is why, though. Okay. I do want to start off with a little bit of background about Madison Public Schools. Now, I did just move there, so I can't do a great job of completing a district assessment at this time. So I'm going off of what I have heard from, administration, my mentor, and just other teachers that have been there for a few years. So Madison is a very diverse population. We do have a very high percentage of Hispanic students, but beyond that, we have some students from even Asia. Now, with that being said, I would say that a major need for Madison would be a really good reading curriculum because we need to bridge the gap with them not having English as their native language. So what I'm going to talk to you about today is the curriculum Wonders. I will say that in Ogallala I taught Journeys, which I hear is comparable to Wonders. And I see that, but at the same time, I feel like Wonders is so much better than Journeys. Madison was using Reading Mastery before this, which I know that has its place, but I do see a major benefit of Madison shifting over to Wonders. The staff is a little, apprehensive right now because it is new, but fortunately for me, this would be new for me anyways, so I kind of look at it from a different perspective. So let's start off. So, like I said, the need of the district would be really good reading curriculum to kind of get them up to gear with that. I want to start off by saying what it is. Wonders is a common core curriculum for reading and language arts. Now, as you know, Nebraska does not follow Common Core because Nebraska likes to be different, just like it being a unicameral. Fortunately, however, Wonders has aligned its standards to Nebraska state standards, so don't let that hold you back from using this wonderful resource. There are different versions of this curriculum, however, Madison decided to go with the 2014 route. And who uses it? Well, pretty much anybody across the nation could use it between grades K and 6. So, and basically any reader. Wonders does a really nice job of including every student from advanced to English language learners. Okay, some key components that you are going to get is your standard manuals that you will get with any curriculum. You're also going to get high frequency cards that you can put like on a word wall. You're also going to get vocabulary word cards that you could put like on a focus wall for the week. And if I can't speak for many other curriculums, but if you're familiar with Journeys, it's the same where you get a vocab card with one of the words and then a definition and a picture to go along with it. You will also get your literature anthology book and your reading and writing workshop, where you're going to find most of your stories out of here. Now, Wonders does a great job with having just different kinds of stories and uh, different genres. What I love about it is you're not reading the same text over and over again. It does a really good job of exposing you to different kind of literature. Also, it asks the students real questions and puts them in a real context. Uh, they really have to actually think to answer certain questions, and I really like the critical thinking piece in this. You also have your close reading companion and your turn practice book, both of which you're going to have your independent work time for your kids. And this would happen probably during a small group time, or at least that's how I'm probably going to use it. Uh, so during your small group time, that's when you get out the leveled readers. Now, they have different colors to note which level it is. This blue indicates on level, a green indicates above level, orange indicates below level, and purple indicates English language learners. So while you're doing this with the kids, you can also be doing some decoding skills, especially for the lower level students. And you can also talk about like the comprehension skill or the comprehension strategy of that week when you're back there. You can study vocabulary, those kinds of things. You can also use these workstation activity cards during a small group, where this is where you will they'll be doing this independently, and this task card gives the students an activity to do independently. That's what they're intended for. And this on this side, it's outlined in blue, which tells me this is an on level activity. But on the back of these cards, they also have below level and above level activities for your students as well. Okay, something great about living in 2019 is the fact that we have so many online resources. I do want to take us to Wonder's online component. I did student teach at a school that used Wonder, so I'm a little bit familiar with it, but like before this, but I've definitely learned a lot. Unfortunately, I don't have my code for the school year yet, but one of our reps gave us a generic class that we could all get into and kind of try it out. So I will be teaching both 4th and 5th grade language arts, just 4th grade reading technically, so I'm going to focus on that. But I'm going to go into the teacher edition, and it's very, very organized. You can have a plan, you can put in the days that you know you're going to be gone, and Wonders does a nice job of giving you a tentative schedule for the week. You can go to whole group, and so this is, Unit 0, I'm going to go to Unit 1. Unit 1, Week 1, and Day 1. So first you see the whole group, and it gives you the outline of what you need to do during that period, but also the small group. And it goes in deeper with all of these. And then language arts later on. So you can set up and plan on this, which is great. But like I said, I can't do it on this because this is technically not my class. But I know I will be taking advantage of this when I do get my code. I know my cooperating teacher during student teaching really took advantage of this. And something great about this stuff online is you have more chances to have media presentations and that kind of stuff. You also have all kinds of tools on here. You can give assessments online, which is great because we want to focus more time on the results of the assessments instead of the actual time it takes to grade it. If we can just have the results right away and spend more time on seeing what we're going to do with our instruction next to cater to each student's needs, that's what's most important. So with having some of this online stuff, that helps with that factor for sure. Okay, I'm going to go back to my presentation. And then the final thing I want to talk about is why Wonders. Well, I will say that I feel way more confident with Wonders before I even have teached from it or taught from it than I feel with teaching Journeys after a whole year. I feel way more confident with Wonders. It is very organized. It's way more clear about what needs to be taught and what day it needs to be taught. Um, Also, you can start day one, day two, or anything like that on any day of the week. It doesn't matter. I know some schools want to keep with Monday's day one and Friday's day five, but it does. Our rep told us that not to worry about that, and that kind of clears up some relief for as far as planning. Uh, Also, this program is a lot more rigorous. It has students think critically instead of just regurgitating something that the teacher had already said. It doesn't have them memorize so much. It really makes them think. It really makes them learn. It's a productive frustration at times. There is a variety of texts and genres. As I said earlier, they have the students reading different material from day to day. It's not read the same text a bunch of times. I feel like they're interesting. They connect to students. There's interesting text in there. I've looked at quite a few of the stories, and I think that the kids will actually be really satisfied with it, which means that they will have a higher enjoyment of reading, that's what the whole goal would be in the long run. Because if they have the enjoyment of reading and they have the motivation to read, they're going to get there. It might just take a little bit more time. Um, and then it's also cross curricular. So I touched on this before with me being the language arts teacher. Uh, they're so I'm teaching fourth grade reading, but my fourth grade language arts from the same curriculum will relate to the reading of that week, just like the fifth grade language arts will connect with the fifth grade reading of that week. So, being that we have reading and language arts at two different times, they'll get a double dosage with that. So, it will be a little cross curricular, which I'm excited about. Um, Madison is also pulling away from the curriculum Adventures in Language, and we have adopted the language arts component of Wonders. Uh, I'm very excited about that because I can't totally I feel a little bit biased saying this because I never taught out of Adventures in Language, but I did look through it, and where it's very scripted, this one is definitely not. So in Wonders, they will have to think more critically, and it might be tough at first for the students, but once they catch on and they know my high expectations for them, it's going to benefit them more in the long run. Um, so like I said, I really like Wonders. I would definitely recommend it to other districts. I'm so excited to start using this, and it is new to me, but like I said, I feel way more confident than I did with even with Journeys after teaching it for a whole year. I just feel like the way it's organized makes a lot of sense. Okay, thank you for listening to this miniature presentation of the professional development, and I'm excited for when I can actually do a real presentation. Thank you. Bye bye.